Remind the fans that coming up on Sunday afternoon, August 26th, it will be the Sizzling Summer Bash, and as just announced, it will be Gayton teaming with AJ Steele against J-Rod and Murder One.
What a following Chris Jacobs has here, and well, many of these fans not too happy with Murder One and the things he's done in the past. Quite a reputation worldwide he does have, and we see him here in action with Rampage Pro Wrestling each week. Okay, now let's see. This going a little far here with one of the fans at ringside. There's the bell, and here we go.
I'll tell you, I've been looking forward to this one for quite a while, Dan. Knew it had to happen. It was simply a matter of when, and already starting hot and heavy here. Ducks that one, comes off. Jacobs tackles him, spears him down on top, and blow after blow to the top of the head of Murder One.
Right hands to Murder One. You don't see him in this position very often, and Officer Chris Jacobs ready to show Murder One what it's all about here. Defending the honor of one AJ Steele. I've got to know, those two are friends. They probably talk from time to time, and into the turnbuckle he goes. Murder One down. I don't know that I would be interacting so much with the fans. More so I'd be staying on Murder One because he's one tough, mean individual.
100% right on that, Dan. The one thing you don't want to do, especially with an experienced veteran like Murder One, a man who's trained many wrestlers in professional wrestling, you don't want to turn your back on him because that's when he becomes most dangerous. It's not beyond him to take advantage any possible way he can.
One advantage Chris Jacobs has got to have at this point is Murder One thinking about Sizzling Summer Bash. He's got to be at this point. I mean, that's what everyone in the locker room of Rampage Pro Wrestling has on their mind. Where will they be on that very important program, Sizzling Summer Bash? It's coming our way soon. You're not going to want to miss it. The place to be is right here at Johnny G's to see it live, all the action.
3 p.m. bell time. You're going to want to be here and enjoy the whole day. Get some food while you're here. Hang out, enjoy the rides. A tremendous day of entertainment. We'll be back after that on Labor Day weekend on the 2nd of September. We're going to be right back in here with another big television taping. So when you have that family outing on Labor Day, make Johnny G's part of that day.
Goes for a cover here, and just a 2 count as Murder One kicks out just in the nick of time.
Officer Chris Jacobs hasn't been in the ring in a while. He's been taking some time off. I'm going to wonder about whether he's kept up his cardiovascular conditioning during that period of time. We're going to tell because right now he's been on fire since the beginning of this match. Murder One has really had no offense at this point.
Series of right hands there, and Murder One just down and out at this point.
I remember Murder One, the urban legend himself from the Dark City. He can take a beating and has before, so Officer Jacobs needs to stay on him and needs to maintain focus at this point. Referee Dee Byers in control of this situation so far. Murder One tossed all the way across, and here comes the officer. Whoa, nobody home, and he lunged through and caught part of that. I don't think he caught a good bit of that railing, but it seemed to be enough to take him out and down to the floor.
Bit of the shoulder there. Definitely going to be feeling the effects of that one now down to the ground, where it's more of Murder One's territory on the outside. Rakes the back. It looks as, from our vantage point, what's taking place here.
Solid blow to the top of the head is what just took place there, forcing him back into the ring apron. Now, that hard floor, that's where all those timbers come together. There's no give at all at that end of the ring. Lands his feet. Count going on in the ring at this point as referee Dee Byers tries to get control of this situation, and now right in front of the ringside fans, Jacobs thrown again into that hard, unforgiving ring apron.
I don't know that these two men are even concerned with our official at this point, more so just beating the tar out of each other. Well, he rolls him back in just in time. I guess he was paying attention to the count there.
And now Murder One showing off a little bit to the crowd. And the same thing, you've got to say, spend more time on the opponent. Chris Jacobs been in control from the beginning. First offense Murder One's had, and Jacobs able to kick out barely at a count of 1. There's still a lot of fight left in Officer Chris Jacobs.
Elbow there to Chris Jacobs by one Murder One.
Notice Murder One is not in a hurry as he's doing everything, taking his time, punishing him, wearing him down, causing the officer to lose the confidence he gained at the beginning of the match. At this point, Officer Chris Jacobs is second-guessing himself, wondering if he can come back against Murder One, but he is going to try, by gosh, but there, cuts him off hard with a forearm, throws him into the ropes, ducks that one, though.
There's a drop kick, sends Murder One crashing down, and electricity in the air. Fans like what they see. Officer Chris Jacobs, of course, got friends, family, next-door neighbors in attendance here at Johnny G's Fun Center in Warner Robins.
That is a good way to get a good response. Bring the family.
That's it.
And in fact, do bring the family whenever you come here. Don't just come alone. Bring the whole family. Load a bus up.
Kicks to the midsection, does Murder One. Drapes him over. What's he going for here, Bill?
Pain.
Knee to the back. Come on, police, just taunting them. I wonder where Chris Jacobs and maybe a few of his fellow officers lingering about the building. You never know.
Remember, police officers undergo an awful lot of specific physical training beyond the training of a professional wrestler in terms of self-defense and combat technique.
Talk about Murder One, though, and the street smarts that he has.
Well, Murder One is just a fighter, and from the streets there are no rules. The technique is irrelevant. You're there to survive at this point. Coming up after this, we've got that talk segment you were talking about, a little gospel from Rob Adonis, and we still have our main event, Mike Posey versus the Judge for the television title coming up, fans. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Still plenty of show to go.
Very intrigued by Rob Adonis, and I can't wait to hear what he's got on his mind. I'm sure it's going to be...
I can wait. I really, really can wait. I'd have no problem at all waiting.
Both men down to the canvas here. We have our official making a count. Should both men still be on that mat at the count of 10, well, this thing would be a double counter.
Both men who will get to the vertical base first has the advantage at this point. Murder One, both men now on their knees. Neither having an advantage and relatively simultaneously to their feet, but the first blow struck by the officer.
Another right hand by Officer Chris Jacobs to Murder One. Murder One coming back now with a knee to the midsection.
Looks happy about it too, doesn't he?
Picks him up.
Little hesitation
Go
right
behind.
there, but no hesitation on this.
How about that?
Murder One, don't know if he's aware of his ring positioning, right next to the ropes.
Kick out there.
Already the pace of this match is wearing in as we're a good 6-7 minutes into this match. You can tell these guys have been giving their all from the very beginning, because what started fast has gotten a little slower, but turning it right around. There it is, from the Dark City.
Called for a knee, but let him know he was going to do it, and that's what Murder One needed. Turn things right back around.
Now he's calling for it.
Dark City alive and well at this point.
Murder One sees the opportunity to finish off the officer right now. Hooks him in a pile driver position. He did this to Dr. Gayton on a chair not that long ago.
Gotta be it.
Dr. Gayton underwent a minor concussion, was darn lucky with that.
Devastating.
The winner of the match, Murder One.
Is Murder One here
Murder One is the winner.
victorious on this edition of Rampage.
Here comes his partner at the Sizzling Summer Bash, J-Rod, out to celebrate, I guess. Wait a minute, he's bringing something into the ring with him. What is that?
Hold on a second, Bill. Wait just a minute. That looks like it could be the taser of Officer Chris Jacobs. Hold on a second. Now, Bill, he's pouring water on the man. You know exactly what could happen here.
That makes it even more conductive. He could be seriously hurt here.
Cameras, please. We can't show this on
Dr. Gayton come out, and Dr. Gayton.
Get him, Doc. Sorry, I should be
Now,
impartial.
Murder One puts the taser up. Micah is in the ring also. Whoa.
Micah Taylor in ring. Dr. Gayton on the outside going after Murder One.
Now Dr. Gayton's got a chair, and he's chasing him to the back.
Gayton's got that chair. Chris Jacobs has been tased.
I'll tell you, Doc Gayton has totally lost control at this point. After being pile-driven into the chair, he has no patience at all for any of this, and he's not going to put up with it. Officer Chris Jacobs, by the way, trained by Micah Taylor in the ring, so that's his mentor coming out there to take care of him. Well, fans, great match, good, valiant effort by Officer Chris Jacobs. Not enough. Murder One the victor, but what happened post-match, that was darn scary. We'll be right back. I guess we've got Rob Adonis coming up.